So
Sure.
let us create our first non-default VPC. Let us go ahead and create our first VPC. So I'm going to create one VPC, and you can certainly get more information about VPC from this paragraph. So I will give it a name, my first VPC. And what is CIDR block? It is classless interdomain routing. Okay, so it is basically denoted in the form of network bits. Like you will see the IP addresses like 10.0.1.0/24. So what is /24 means? That the number of network bits we have is 24. Okay, so this VPC, I'm going to give an IP address range of 10.0.0.0/16. Okay, so it depends on your internal management. When you will actually work for a client, they are going to define the range, so you will just have to put that in. Okay, now we have given a range for IP address, and there is no IP version 6, only IP version 4 is there. Then tenancy, just like I explained earlier, there are two tenancies. One is default and the other one is shared. So one is default and dedicated. Default is shared, and dedicated you get your own virtual environment, which is costly. There is a cost attached to it. So I would rather go with the default one and say create. So it is creating a VPC for me right now, and it has been done. My first VPC has been created. Is it a default VPC? No, it's a non-default VPC that I have created. And there is more information, like this is the VPC ID. The state is available, IP version 4 address. Then we can check the CIDR blocks, and we can check the flow logs. There are none as of now. So the VPC has been created. Now what's the next step after creating a VPC is to create a subnet. So what is VPC? We have created our own virtual environment with the IP address of 10.0.0.0/16. So the question is, how many subnets can we have, or how many IP addresses can we have inside this subnet in this VPC? So the formula for that is 2 raised to the power 32 minus n. So what is n here? It is 16, number of network bits. So 2 raised to the power 32 minus 16 minus 2. So the number of host we can have is 2 raised to the power 16. It will come out something like 65,536 IP addresses that we can have inside this VPC. Now let us create a subnet. Let us go into the subnet. These are the default subnets or availability zones in North Virginia, 6 in number. So we have 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F. Okay, but we are going to create our first non-default VPC. So how we do that is create a subnet, and I will give it a name, my first subnet, and I'm going to attach it with the non-default VPC that I just created. Its CIDR block is 10.0.0.0/16. Now I can create it in availability zone 1A, and I will have to define a CIDR block IP address range for this subnet as well. One VPC can have multiple subnets. Okay. Now the CIDR block is, I will define in such a way, 10.0.1.0/24. Okay, so how many IP addresses this subnet is going to have? 2 raised to the power 32 minus 24 minus 2. So 2 raised to the power 8 minus 2. So 2 raised to the power 8 is like 256. So somewhere around 254 IP addresses it's going to have. So I say create. It's creating a subnet for me right now, and this has been done, my first subnet. So this is the summary of my subnet. So the available IPs are 251. Okay, and this is the route table. There is a route table for inside the VPC, like this subnet can communicate within the VPC, but no route table defined for outside the VPC. So that we are going to do right now. Just give me a minute. So all right, so there is no route table, no network ACL, nothing defined for it. So first thing first, let us create a internet gateway or the router that will connect this VPC with the outside world, that is internet. So I say create the internet gateway and I will give it a name, my first internet gateway, IGW, and say create. So it has created a virtual router for me, and now my job is to attach it to a VPC. So I'm gonna attach it with my first VPC and hit attach. Okay, so this has been done. Now a router has been attached to my VPC. The next step is to define the route table. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new route table right now. I will give it a name, my first route table, for the virtual private cloud that I just created. Okay, and it has got it does not communicate with the outside world, so I'm gonna edit it, add another route, and the destination for outside world is 0.0.0.0/0. That is the IP address of internet, and I'm gonna attach it to the internet gateway which I just created, and hit save. Okay, that's been done. And after that I go into subnets, I added the route table, and I attached the default non-default route table that I just created. I hit save. Now my VPC is ready and the subnet is public subnet. That means it can talk to the internet. So how do we check that? Just give me a minute. Okay, so let us do the practical implication of this. Let us go into EC2 right now and launch one instance in the non-default VPC. So I'm going to choose the VPC that I have created, and I'm going to choose the subnet that I have created. I'm going to enable the public IP as we discussed earlier. If we do not enable it, we will have to attach one elastic IP later on. So it's better to be proactive and attach one public IP. The rest of the options I will keep default and add storage. So I'm gonna give it a name, my first EC2 security groups. I'm gonna enable it from my IP, HTTP or SSH. Let us enable from anywhere. Okay, and HTTPS. Okay, and I'm gonna go with existing key pair, that is North Virginia. And so this is one non-default VPC that we are discussing right now. So the server is getting ready. It will take 2 minutes. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I noticed that we have, I already have multiple keys, and we use the old one today. Does it matter use a new one or old one?
No, it doesn't. We can go with any option. Okay, so the server is getting ready. Meanwhile, let us go to PuTTY. So I type EC2-user @ I copy the public IP and go into SSH here, and it's still running, so it will take 1 more minute. Okay, it's done. So let us access it. Let me increase the font size. So our server is ready in first non-default VPC. Let us see if it is talking to the internet. So I say ping google.com, and yes, it is talking to the internet. I say sudo yum update -y. Okay, it is the recent one, so everything is good. It is talking to the internet. Okay, now let us get into the VPC once again. Let me terminate it. Okay, so I get inside VPC, and you can see that 4 scenarios are there. So we have just discussed the first scenario, VPC with a single public subnet. Okay, so we created one VPC and we created a subnet inside it. So we created one internet gateway and a route table in order to make it a public subnet. So what is the public subnet? That talks to the internet via the internet gateway. Now this second scenario, VPC with public and private subnet, we are going to discuss tomorrow. Okay. Third scenario is practically not possible to demonstrate on my computer because it requires one VPN tunnel, which is a hardware which we do not have access to right now. And the fourth scenario as well requires a VPN hardware tunnel which we do not have access to. So we will only be able to perform the first two demonstrations. So the first one we have already demonstrated right now. The second one I'm going to show you tomorrow. Okay. So this is how the things work with the VPC. You have any questions till now? Please let me know.
We're good.
Okay. So let us meet again tomorrow, same time, and we will take it further.
See you tomorrow, Dheeraj.
Yep. See you.